Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Brian. This is my homie Corbin. We got an amazing lineup for you today. Check out these amazing plants, man.
Guys, I'm excited. I'm hyped up. July is almost over, man. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. I mean, we're getting through the summer. It's going pretty quick.
We've been sweating it out.
Yeah, it's been hot. But yeah, we're bringing some hot trees today too, just like we always do on Tuesday and Thursday. This video drops at 9 a.m., but the sale drops on the site at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to all the West Coast people. Get up a little bit early, man. You know, I'm groggy at 6 o'clock on the East Coast, dude. So I know those guys hopping up, you know, trying to find that 10 to 10. We appreciate that. We appreciate everybody around the United States who's buying stuff from us, because if we didn't have that, bro, we couldn't be doing this. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we appreciate you guys always tuning in and hanging out with us. I know you're excited about this lineup. You're always kind of interested in what we got going on here. Great lineup today for you. Let's start it out here with Acer, buergerianum, Miyasama, Yatsubusa.
Man, I love the buergerianums, dude. I think I didn't really have, you know, too much of an opinion on them before I went to Japan, but afterwards, you see how like versatile and like how much of a street tree they are. It's so awesome. And then to see this tree kind of around like Asheville and that sort of thing is cool as well. This one is actually a specialty though. A super cool dwarf cultivar, Miyasama Yatsubusa. It is also subspecies Formosanum too, which is a really cool subspecies you'll see in the buergerianum species. It has like a more rounded leaf. A lot of the times you'll see that buergerianum kind of has like, it's called like a trident leaf, you know, because it kind of does look like a trident. It's like a very sharp point. But here we see these Miyasama Yatsubusa leaves. They're like kind of like, I don't know, like an old dinosaur foot. Like that's what I kind of think of, like the land before time kind of dinosaur footprint.
Yeah, really cool dwarf. Super small. This thing only gets about 5 to 6 feet in 15 years, so it takes some time to get out there. But it does have a very kind of soft, kind of bubbly feel with those rounded edges to those leaves. Really small leaves on this as well, and it gets some nice summer new growth. We're just starting to kind of get a little bit of sign of that. You get this soft kind of salmon pink color that comes over top of that green. Looks really nice. I think, you know, with the tridents, I mean, they're very heat tolerant as well, so it's something you can put out in some full sun and not worry about any kind of leaf burn or anything like that. So very versatile plant overall.
Yeah, and the fall color is great on these too. It's going to be some nice like oranges and red colors. Get some like pastelish colors going on in there, man. Really beautiful. If you see some like longer growth like you're seeing right here, don't be worried. Sometimes that can mean that tree is just putting on that kind of secondary flush of growth, and it puts all its energy into that sometimes too. And it, as like time goes on, you're going to see like those nodes get shorter and kind of budding all across those branches. So don't be worried about that. It's still going to be a nice dwarf.
All right, everybody, coming up next, we got Acer, Palmatum, Skeeter's broom.
Oh yeah, man, I love a good broom, dude. This one I really have enjoyed. Dude, there are some big XLs, dude, that have just been kind of lurking around the nursery. And I'll just like, sometimes you're just impressed by the sheer, you know, size of an XL, dude. You're like, it's some straight up bonsai stuff, man. Like sometimes there'll be one of those trees that's just kind of been pushed to the sides of a greenhouse, bro, and then it's just waiting. I can hear it calling to me sometimes. Corbin, buy me, please. And I'll pick it up, man. And I picked up the Skeeter's broom, dude. And it just was like, I mean, it's probably 3 foot tall, you know, by about like 2 foot wide. Just really dense kind of tree. And it was beautiful, man. But my wallet wasn't negotiating with me that day, bro. So I had to pass up on that for one of the lucky MrMaple people at open house. So
yeah, man, this is a cool variety. I mean, it gives a really nice narrow stance in the garden, which I really like about this one. It can get out there pretty quick too. It gets about a foot of growth a year, 15 feet in 15 years, but only about 5 foot wide. So you're getting a nice narrow column out there in the garden. Bright cherry red spring colors, and then returning into that crazy red fall color as well, so it just gives you a nice finale to that spring showing. Now right now you're kind of seeing these summer colors. You get kind of a mix of greens and light bronzes and purple colors in there. Really cool tree, man. I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoy this one. I really am liking these summer growths that we're getting, like the summer colors we're getting with like this, 55% shade like poly that we got going on. It just kind of looks like, it reminds you of sort of irrigation and that sort of thing. And sometimes I feel like that blushing of, the spring colors to the summer colors, whether that's like a green or a darker red or a lighter green, I feel like that's kind of overlooked sometimes. I think most of the time we either want it like one way or all the other way. And it's nice to kind of get that transition.
Yeah.
Getting this thing in some full sun, dude, you're going to get some beautiful like cherry reds though, which I really enjoy about this. I think it just kind of stands out there in the landscape, especially with its columnar habit, guys.
Yeah. Pick you up a Skeeter's broom. All right, y'all. Coming up next, we're bringing the heat today. We got Acer Palmatum Orange Dream.
Oh yeah, man. I had to wake up from a dream last night, man, and then come in today, bro, and start another dream, bro. I know some of you guys probably rolling over out of bed, man, just like putting the maple talk on, like right now. Some of you guys might just be joining us. Welcome. We got this beautiful orange dream today, guys. Hey, Ghirardelli Nursery introduction, man. Not the chocolate, the chocolate makers, bro. These are the maple makers.
Maple makers.
They brought us some awesome stuff like Fire Glow and that sort of thing. And Orange Dream has brought us some awesome cultivars from the progeny of this tree, like Marmalade. Super cool, super cool.
Yeah, man, this is the one that really impresses me. I remember the first time I saw the big one out at Buckholz Nursery. Absolutely epic in size and color. Just everything about this tree, especially once it gets some good size, really just puts on a dynamic display of color. You can play around with the sun exposure on this a little bit, but you do want to protect it from the hot afternoon sun. This one can kind of give you those bleached out colors if you push that sun exposure a little bit, but you can always kind of hard to find that balance between too much sun and just enough. So but you can really heighten the colors on this if you push that sun a little bit.
Yeah, I love like those bleaching colors. I think they play off. It's like cool whenever you can like kind of push this thing out in as much sun, and then you put like one of those like maroon dark red maples next to it, like like Suminagashi or Sakushigata, those sort of maples or black lace, where you have those colors in full sun where they're going to get their darkest,
right?
And then you put this in like
lightest.
Exactly, you get that kind of bleaching going on, and then you get the play between like a black and white kind of yin and yang. Like that's what I love about the yellows, dude, is like you push the yellow out far enough into the sun, dude, and it becomes white, and I'm just like, that's so sick to me, man.
It is, man. I think this is a great container plant. I was just sitting here thinking about some of the things I've been playing around lately. Is I'll take some of the potted plants that I have, some of my maples, and get them out in the sun and get them to blush some color, and then kind of bring them back up into the shade before they get too much of that color on it, and then just kind of let that gradient of color just fade into the shade. It's absolutely amazing. I think it'd be really cool to see this one done that way, to play around with that color. I mean, and this thing, I'm telling you, man, like, check out some of the videos we did out at Buckholz. I think I did a cultivar highlight on this. It's absolutely amazing, the size and scope and the color. I mean, makes everything else in your garden stand out. This is more than just a dream. This is the orange dream right here.
Yeah, man, if you don't pick this one up today, you might have a nightmare, bro.
Woo. All right, y'all, check this out. We got one that don't come around too often here, so get excited about this. Acer Palmatum Nathan.
I think it's pronounced Nathan, bro.
Or Nathan.
Nathan. One of those ways,
One of those
man.
ways, right?
This is an awesome reticulated variety. Something about pulling this thing the other day, dude, whenever we went into the greenhouse, it kind of had like this purplish sheen on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's been sitting in another greenhouse up top, kind of soaking up the sun, and it's kind of greened out a little bit. But dude, this thing had like purplish, like a sheen over top of this beautiful leaf. And that really drew me to it. I had seen this one before, but I never had kind of seen that effect. I like when it has like I guess there's like a pearlescent paint. Have you ever heard of that? Where they kind of do like multiple shades on top of itself, and then like you look at it from different angles and kind of changes the color. That's how I was seeing this yesterday. It's like that green with the overtones of purple or undertones of purple, and really, really cool reticulated variety.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout out Reticulation Nation. This is one, if you want to like step into the upper echelon of the reticulated types, pick you up a Nathan. It's definitely one that's super interesting. One that I hadn't really heard too much about till I got out here, got a little bit familiar with it. Now it leafs out with some nice kind of peach colors, some nice like pink to peach colors on that with that strong reticulation underneath. Really nice, fading to kind of those purplish greens like you were talking about. Like the set of them look pretty nice down there. We've got a kind of variety of size too. We have some XLs and some regular 1 gallons on this, so a nice mix of options for you there.
Yeah, I just love, shout out to the Reticulation Nation. Last open house, dude, we had some members of the Reticulation Nation, and there might be a secret handshake, man. Who knows, bro? But yeah, appreciate all y'all. It kind of makes me chuckle because sometimes I forget about all this stuff, man. Like, I might just be up here talking sometimes, but I like talking about the Reticulation Nation. This one's just cool, man. It's like always so cool to see what other people are developing like around the world, and how some people go for the crazy variegated. Some people are trying to push that echelon of like the upright lace leaf, the red Ryusen style, and then some people are like, dude, we're going to go reticulation hard, bro. And like, I think that's what I enjoy about Core Van Gelderen, man. A lot of the cool reticulated varieties from Europe are coming from him. With Ariadne is one that a lot of people know. Yeah, and sure. Nathan will soon become a common maple out there in the trade, I'm sure.
All right, y'all. Coming up next, Acer Palmatum Atrolineare.
Oh, yeah, man. Now, this one is an awesome linear lobum, man. That's going to give you some really, really beautiful reds, man, out there in the garden.
Yeah, I love the linear lobum style leaf. It just has such a unique texture to it. Get those long, skinny lobes, really fine points at the end of each lobe. I mean, it's just super interesting texture. And it stands out because it doesn't look like your typical Japanese maple. I mean, I'm sure most people who walked up on this would be a little puzzled by what plant is that exactly. Kind of breaks some of the rules that you think of with the palmatum leaf. I love the different styles of foliage you can get into.
Yeah, dude, I love linear lobums. I think they break up some of the similar textures we might get in the gardens with maples. Throw a linear lobum in there to just kind of spice things up, keep people guessing. I just really enjoy it. I think that it sets itself out in the greenhouse. All the linear lobums are so cool, and I think this is one that y'all are gonna enjoy, especially if you kind of have that Japanese gardening aesthetic out there in the landscape. If you're looking for something to kind of be a bamboo replacement,
right,
give you a similar texture with the leaves, this is gonna be one that'll be interesting for you guys. Oh, yeah, guys. We got Acer Japonicum, my kujaku, man.
Woo.
My favorite Japonicum, man.
Yeah, this thing is epic. I mean, I think for, if you're starting out and you're like, man, I'd like to get a Japonicum, but I don't know which one to start with. This is probably, like, for me, the go-to. It has a beautiful, that dancing peacock. You'll see it listed as that sometimes as well. But beautiful, huge leaf. Nice kind of serrated edge, separated lobes on it. Top notch, man.
Yeah, dude. I just think it was love at first sight for me with this tree. I think seeing it online and seeing those beautiful fall color pictures that we have on there, and then like seeing it in larger sizes, dude. It's like I bought a ball and burlap a while ago. I guess like 2 years ago. It's looking good in my mom's yard. But then it's like we get some 10 gallons here, man, and like they're freaking juiced, and they're just like maybe 1.5 times as big as like mine that I bought 2 years ago, and I'm like, whew. But sometimes where you just got to pull the trigger, man.
Pull the trigger.
And the ball and burlap is awesome, dude. My mom, she's not really into maple. She does flower gardening and that sort of thing. She has a bunch of peonies that I hooked up from Mr. Maple, but I put this in the corner of her yard, and she's like, "I love that tree. It looks so beautiful out there." And you know, I told this many times, but my grandpa did. He had a peacock back in the day, so it's kind of cool, man. It's like the area where I planted it is kind of where that peacock would kind of roam around, and it's called that because, you know, that beautiful, super divided leaf, and then during that fall time, get those peacock-like colors going on. It's just like so cool how the purples and yellows and oranges and reds just like all kind of fade together. Brian and I, we like some tie-dye stuff, you know. So if you want a tie-dye maple, guys, get you a kujaku.
All right, y'all. Get excited. Stretch your clicking fingers because you're going to want to get this one in your cart as quick as you can. We got Acer Palmatum Kin Pie. Woo!
There's people in their living rooms jumping up and down, bro. They're like, oh my gosh, dude, I've been waiting for this one, man.
And there might be some of you are like, Kin what? Like, I've never heard of this. What's
No
this
kidding,
Kin
dude.
Pie? I mean, this doesn't come around too often. I remember, I'll just tell you a quick story. Back in the day when I first started ordering from Mr. Maple, probably 10 years ago or so now, the very first tree that I ordered was actually kujaku. We just talked about that from Mr. Maple. I was like, I had to get that, and I couldn't find it in a local nursery anywhere, so I started diving into the online plant world. And then this one I saw early on. I was like, I gotta have this tree. It's so wild. And many years ago, I got one of these, a small one. And it just kind of brings me back to my garden in Oklahoma, just thinking about this tree, because it was kind of an epic score. And it was even more harder to find back then, you know, 10 years ago. So,
yeah, dude, I think what drives a lot of people is like that chase, dude.
yeah.
Like this was one of my chase trees. You know, I talked about Usumadori being one of my chase trees, and dude, this one is like of epic proportion, man. If you've never heard anything, which if you're a newer customer, you know, maybe you just started, like this is a variegated sport off of Osakazuki. Osakazuki, slept on for springtime, but hyped up for fall time color, guys. If you never have seen Osakazuki in fall color, look up that Maple Walk video we did with Ton Nunnenkamp. He's gonna have he has a crazy Osakazuki, and what's awesome, this has variegation in it, dude.
Yeah.
Like what the heck, bro?
It's pretty wild, man. That combination of something of that caliber, like Osakazuki, and then finding variegation on that is pretty epic. It has a very kind of subtle style of variegations. Nothing too drastic about it, but you get this play of kind of the way the leaf kind of distorts and twists and curves just a little bit. You get some kind of green on green variegation on that, and then that variegation starts to blush a little bit more than the standard leaf. So you get this play of color, texture variance as well. It's a little bit more divided lobe than you see like on Osakazuki, and I think that comes from that distortion in the leaf from the variegation. Super interesting.
Yeah, I love how funky this one can look. Whenever I saw these, I think I did get a plant from this set, because I got it before they were kind of truly finished off, you know, a couple months ago, and I was pulling the 10 at 10 for, you know, however long ago. And I see these in there, and I have to work up the courage because I'm like, all right, bro, I really want one of these, bro. I don't know when Matt and Tim are going to be putting them out. So I went up there, asked, and they said, like, of course, we'll hook you up. And dude, I feel very blessed because it just like goes perfectly in there with like my lily pad.
Oh yeah.
And some of the other varieties that I have. Like that leaf shape just kind of looks, it's like close to a lot of different maples. Like it reminds me a lot of like Ukigumo kind of looking like leaf shape, which is awesome, especially when you just get this like wave of red just like riding through like parts of the lobes and stuff.
Yeah, really interesting tree. I think it'd be great for container gardening because you really want this up close where you can appreciate that. I know you've grown these in containers at your house there, and I think it's just a fun tree overall. Give it some sun, you get a little bit more of those kind of reds and purple blushes. Give it more shade, you get a lot of those like creamy tones where you see that variegation creeping in on the leaf. Super interesting, very rare to come through at Mr. Maple, so don't sleep on this. Acer Palmatum Kinpai.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, here we go. Coming up next, we got a cool one for you here. We got Acer shirasawanum Junihitoe.
Yeah, man. This is one that I never like know how to say the name of. Honestly, I'm like, is it Junihitoe, Junihitoe, whatever, man. But this one's cool, dude. For the longest time, dude, I thought this was a Japonicum because of how it looks. But then I started looking at like the more mature growth,
Yeah.
and like you can definitely see that Acer shirasawanum in it. This one's super cool. I just really enjoy kind of like the red blush or the orangish blushing that it gets like during the springtime. Really beautiful tree.
Yeah, really, really vibrant orange fall color on this thing as well. Like one of the brightest shades of orange you can get. And I love that you get into the shirasawanum world. There's not a whole lot of cultivars out there. So this gives you a very kind of traditional feel for shirasawanum. You see this very common in Japan, that style of leaf, the Acer shirasawanum species. But this one, man, really, really actually a slow grower. Now, they're vigorous when they're young, always very multi-trunk kind of system that they develop over time. But this thing, I mean, it takes a while to get out there, so it's not going to take up a big footprint in your garden. Now, older cultivar as well. I think this is actually listed on the 1800s series list. So really cool to have something that goes back that far in the horticulture history. Beautiful plant.
Yeah, this one is super exciting. I think like this would go great with your other shirasawanums. I think having this next to an Arium, where you're kind of getting that yellowish blush, or that yellow color, you get from Arium, and then maybe a Moonrise near this, and you're gonna kind of get like that full kind of spectrum, especially during like the fall time, man. Whenever this thing picks up that orange and you got your Moonrises going, crazy fall colors and everything. I think this is gonna look great in the garden. This is going to be one that you can put in a lot of smaller locations because, like Brian was saying, very slow growing dwarf variety. So that's always awesome whenever you got something that's not going to outgrow its space.
Yeah, nice XXL sizes here for you today. Pick these up.
Guys, this one. If you've ever seen the MrMaple logo, you know what this is. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess, though. All right, this is Acer Palmatum, Beni shichihenge, bro.
Yeah, this thing, I mean, these are just loaded with variegation. Such a vibrant color. I mean, I remember when we were going to like get these, pull them for the videos, like, man, these things are really putting on a show. You get some nice, beautiful, kind of creamy whites and greens this time of the year. You do get some nice pink tones kind of in the spring when they first start to leaf out. And if you have it in more sun, you can get a little more pink this time of the year as well. As more shaded garden, this could be a little bit more of that creamy tone with that green variegation. But I mean, really highly sought after variegated form of Japanese maple. I love the small leaf as well.
Yeah, dude, this was one, like whenever I first started, I was very interested in. I love seeing larger sizes of it too, because seeing it as that 1 gallon, I think, is one thing. It's like, okay, you got a couple branches of tree that are like these colors. Well, it's like, let me see that in a larger size and see how consistent it is. And here you are looking at it, man.
Yeah, man, we got some really nice 3-gallon sizes for you today. I mean, kind of an instant gratification like you were talking about. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get to this size. So you can put this out in your landscape and immediately be out there enjoying that show, taking pictures, share it with your friends, man. This is a cool one to take pictures of. No two leaves are the same. That variegation just kind of splatters throughout, kind of very inconsistently through leaf to leaf. So I really love the play on the texture and color on this thing. Definitely one you need in your collection for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be enjoying these whenever they make their way to their gardens. Super awesome tree. Guys, that was the last of the 10 at 10 sneak preview that we're talking about today. We're just showing you 10, but there's actually 20, bro. You guys know the spiel.
Yeah, there's actually 20.
There's actually 20, guys, but the 20 at 10 doesn't have that same ring. And this would be like 2-hour-long video if we did that too, man. So we appreciate y'all watching, man. If you enjoy this video, like, subscribe, share it with your gardening friends, man, because who doesn't want to share the love of gardening, man?
Oh, yeah, man. It's definitely something that's good for the soul. And we appreciate all of y'all's business and support here at MrMaple. You guys make it all possible, and take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.